my God, it says I'm live. It says you're live, man. Let me go. Welcome, welcome, by the way, to the Waning Interest Podcast Sunday Live. I haven't gone live in forever, and I've never done it straight through YouTube. And let's see the buttons there. It looks like I'm hearing myself. I'm hearing, well, somebody's hearing something because it's green, it's lighting up. Let me get microphone a little closer because in my headphone one that I wear, I don't even hear myself. I only hear the other folks um, that I'm usually broadcasting with, or use it to hear the music that I play. Which on these Sunday live, I'm not. I just figure I leave the open out, just like I did with uh, the Flat Earth Dave podcast, which is why I wanted to pop in live for the first time in a while because it got a pretty good response. So I figure I'll come along and say, "Hey guys, what's happening?" So now I'm oh, oh, well, sounds okay. I check it over there. Uh, oh, my camera sucks. Big giant moose cock. That's for sure. But anyway, and watching myself in delay like that really sucks too. But I figured with the with Whip 160 that I put up, I figured I'd do this on a Sunday night. Why not? And see if anybody pops in to hang out because there's so much other fantastic entertainment out there on a Sunday night. Man, stuff sucks. There was a tweet that I saw. I responded to it earlier today about making new shows. Well, I can look it up right here. That's right. Can't share screen that I know of. Because, like I said, this is the first time I've ever done it with just um, going through YouTube because I didn't want to go back. I haven't gone back on StreamYard yet because I was pissed off and they jumped their shit from $25 a month to 45, 50. Oh, man, you got more and more people, so that should bring the price down, not make it go up. You pieces of dog dung. That's crap. It sucks. It's bullshit. Anyway, um, what was it? Somebody posted what was their post, and I responded to this. Can we go back to TV shows having 26 episodes? I'm tired of waiting a year and a half for 9 to 12 episode seasons. From Bella Batty, she popped on because I watch a lot of TV movie shit. I have a lot of that stuff, so it pops up. Somebody I'm not even following. Anyway, I replied with, "How about we do the necessary revolution first? Then we'll have a bunch of really good stories to pull from for future shows." What do you think about that? Because obviously, we all know TV sucks, whether it comes to the news or it comes to most shows. And it's been a while, so yeah, geez, been so long. Um, I don't even really watch a whole lot of TV anymore. But one of the good ones in the past year or so, obviously Mobland. That was pretty awesome. And I actually just saw something on Instagram. Somebody dropped a little video of behind the scenes shooting of season two, which that'd be cool. Can't wait for that. Tom Hardy, the man who makes saying thank you cool. And not that it's not cool to begin with, but he makes it, I don't want to say uber, sorry, cool to say it. Just you watch him. Harry, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. He says things in between shooting folks. Drop me lighter. Anyway, nobody in the chat yet. Come on, man, help me out. No, you don't need to help me out. This is the Babbling Dabbler, the smallest click on the internet, the pinball brain in your favorite machine, the um, more mentally challenged Forrest Gump. But as I always say, I like to keep it short and sweet and just say, I'm if Mikey and Mouth from the Goonies had a baby. And obviously, maybe a little bit of Booger from Revenge of the Nerds. I could have stretched that and maybe won the burp contest. That sucks too, huh? Talk about Hollywood and all the fucking. See, there's another reason. Revenge of the Nerds. Timothy Busfield, great actor, directed a whole bunch of shit. Come to find out, look it up for yourself. Wayne, why did you not want to be an actor anymore? Well, I don't want to do a bunch of projects and they do spend a bunch of time with people that you come to find out are married to Melissa Gilbert, once the SAG president. Which don't tell anybody, but I haven't paid my dues in like 6 years. What's the point? I don't do it anymore. Waste of time because not wasted, not all waste of time. I want to teach it. I want people to be good actors when they do plays, and not that I'm the greatest that ever lived, but I'm pretty decent. Um, Decent. That's it. I'd say better than average. Am I fucking Philip Seymour Hoffman? No. Heath Ledger? No, absolutely not. But fucking passable as passable could be most of the time, depending on when you cast right. Everybody is passable if they're cast correctly, um, and they know the basics. I've forgotten the basics. It's been so long, but I want to teach them because I've forgotten them. Man, I wish I had a soundboard. That's the other thing with this YouTube thing. I don't have access to my little drops because I don't have a 360. Maybe someday. Do they even? Well, of course they're still around, but there's got to be something even better than a 360 by now. I say 360 like I'm talking about 8-track. A lot of people, what the fuck is a 360? Um, I don't know. No, it's a board that has a lot of things you can do with it. Boom, boom, boom. Just soundboard for drops, and you put songs in there. You can put all kinds of stuff. You can do a lot of stuff with it, but usually it's used for some stuff that's really quick and funny, kind of like somebody dropping the boom boom. But that's cheese dick at this point. So many things. Oh, cheese dick. Eeh. Anyway, cheese dick. Wayne, what are you doing? I was talking about uncut cock. Get what I see? See, I'm trying. I'm trying here. Just waiting to grab an audience as usual. 54 years old, still waiting to grab an audience. That's what happens when you don't go with the grain. Well, going with the grain is good in some parts, when you're woodworking. Uh, but in life, no, because you don't want to go with the grain most of the time because the grain is bullshit, as we can see every single day. Has the revolution started, by the way? Not yet. Man, please let me know. Wayne, why don't you just start? Why you keep talking about the revolution? Why don't you start it and be me? Me? I am trying to start a revolution in thought. That's why I had Flat Earth Dave on the whip for Whip 160. That's a pretty good comeback after almost 2 years of not doing a whip. Come back with Flat Earth Dave, man. Bam, bam, bam. He hits it all. And of course, in that hour that we did, uh, that I had with him, because he does a lot of shit. Um, we didn't hit everything, of course, but right there, luckily, the way he sets his stuff up, because he's smart shit, he's got flatearthdave.com right there on his screen at all times. So you go right there, and it's loaded. Go there. It's there. Do what you will. That's what it's for. Look for yourself. Almost every answer or question that you can think of is answered. Um, and I'm not pushing his stuff, whatever he does, what he does. It was just a guest on the show. But and I don't think, as far as I know, I've watched a whole bunch of his stuff. We agree on so far. Seems like we agree on a lot of stuff. But am I going to say that Flat Earth Dave is the man? He is on on a certain thing for sure. Bring a lot of attention and does it well. And Angel, guy that does a lot of stuff with him, he's really good. Australian. Um, yeah, we just go to the thing. It's all there. But here's the funny part. I didn't actually expect to talk so much about Jesus was a mushroom, which is funny because it's it's obvious that I'm a Jesus guy. But when but I also understand though when people hear it for the first time because remember, like I said with to Dave, with Jeff Clark, who was the first, who was the one who introduced me to it, and the first couple times I'm like, dude, please, I got work to do. I can't even listen to this. What are you talking about? And I'm not like some church guy going, no, we don't denouncing, denying the Lord. I wasn't like that. It was just this is crazy talk, and I got work to do. But then, you look for yourself, just like with flat Earth. I used to be just like with flat Earth. I used to do the same thing. What the fuck are you talking about? Why? Because I was indoctrinated, just like you, just like everyone else. Um, so I would just say that to folks that are hearing certain things for the first time that sound crazy. Just remember, well, going back to Jesus, don't judge, man. You ain't looked yet. And remember all the things that you used to go, "What?" And then one day went, "What?" And switched. It's happening on a global scale at this point, which is funny because at some point you're kind of like, "Wait, are they in on helping? What the hell?" It's still trying to figure out the whole thing. But all we got is moment to moment, like right now. Um, but like I said to Dave, it's funny. I said this to Dave like when I used to do stand up in Los Angeles, and I had a few banking jokes, and I had a bit about Jesus was a mushroom, and I would always expect after the shows when I talk to people, besides getting because of the mushroom stuff, I would obviously get a couple of people because they're comedy fans. Why would they not be at a stand up show? Come up going, Bill Hicks would be proud. That was awesome. But I would expect not that I was Bill Hicks, but just they could tell who uh, one of my influences was. Um, but I would always expect somebody to go, "How dare you talk about Jesus?" Blah, blah." Never happened. It never happened. What would happen if somebody would give me a little shit for something I said on stage? It was always about fucking banking. But you got to have this. And I was like, am I talking to my mom? What are you doing defending? What are you nothing. Happy Mom's Day, by the way. But sometimes I got to tell my mom, wait, whoa, 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 whoa. We're talking about, you understand. You understand? No. Do you understand that you're right now what you're doing is defending the overall thing that shits on us? What? I get it. You used to do the same thing. Um, don't judge, but don't judge. Judge in the right way, I guess is the word. You got your I don't like that kind of music. That's okay, judgment. You don't like it. Doesn't sound right to your ears, whatever. It's bleh. Sometimes you end up going, you know what? I do like it now. But usually your first instinct was right. But wow, what a bag of shit that is. Post Malone. Sorry, that was fun to read. Oh, the two these fake douchebags that go, oh, I'm gonna be a rapper. I got tattoos. Man, that's fucking trash. Oh, they canceled some of your tours. Oh, why? Because there was no. Oh, the tickets were too expensive, and everybody's starting to realize you suck balls. If you're gonna listen to country, listen to old stuff. There's no point in listening to really anything after. Waylon died 25 years ago or so, 27 years ago. Was it '02? I think he died. Um, I'm sort of kidding about that. He put out some stuff before he died that was good, but it's always about Waylon to me. Um, the stuff in the '70s. David Allan Coe just passed. Uh, Excuse me. One of my favorite songs ever, "The Ride," which mentions Hank Williams, which is about Hank Williams Jr. I mean, not Hank Williams Jr. Sorry, Hank Williams. um, a dead Hank Williams, picking up a dude who's obviously wearing a guitar on his back, so he's a musician. I'd like give you a ride. I fucking love that song, and it's in the New Creatures, uh, band that I'm in. It's on. It's going to be one of the new songs on our set list. Um, I really enjoy doing that song. I do it pretty decent, I think, but I haven't done it with the band yet. Can't wait to try that out, and then all of a sudden I'll realize, you know what? Let's scratch that one. Turns out I actually suck. Nah, it'll be fine. Anyway, back to Dave Whip 160. Let's look at the comments. Never had this many comments on any whip, and I'm like, wow, whoa, look at this. And I think I've done my best so far to be nice and cordial. That's redundant. Redundant, 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 redundant. Anyway, let's see what's there right at the top. Awesome show. Of course it was. Flat Earth is forever. Of course it is. Flat Earth Clock app Dave sent me here. That's right. Because one of the things that helped Dave put it on his page, his YouTube page, but he turned off the comments. And the one comment that's there sends people back to here to do any comments. Let's see. Oh, this one's a good one. This one dude says, "Say no to drugs, kids. They make you a stupid ass." He's obviously taking a shot at me because of the Jesus was a mushroom thing. But cool part is when you see somebody come back you up. Okay, boomer. That's the first reply. What's this? The next, and then the next one was, it's hilarious. Flat earthers look like a bunch of hippie drug addicts. Dope, marijuana makes a person a dumbass. Mushroom caused an off duty pilot to try to bring down an airliner. Yeah, good stuff. Wander around like a doper. Go ahead. What? That's one of the beautiful things about the internet. Yeah. What are you talking about, dude? No offense. I get it. You don't know much about what we're talking about. Like, I don't know a bunch and haven't known a bunch about things in the past and then went, what? I get it, but thank you. It's fucking funny. And then somebody, case in point. Let's see. What is it? The fact that Dave was offered a free trip to Antarctica and didn't go should tell you all you need to know about this stupid ass grifter. Well, what I know about the Antarctica thing is Dave, the whole thing was supposed to be for Dave, and he felt really weird about it, the way with the money and all this weird shit. He said no. And the people that did say yes and went, he was trying to tell them, don't do it, man. This is fucked up. Have you heard anything about it? It's bullshit. Oh yeah, we'll take you here. You don't know where you're going. Oh, and you got to do this, and then we're going here and put you here. Did I tell you the earth is flat? I tried to say world and earth at the same time. The world. All right. What's the next comment? The flat fraud really always pretends no one ever saw sun and moon rising and setting always under the horizon and only shows his cherry picked cloud conditions and heavily edited vanishing sun videos to fool his own audience. What? Oh, wait. And get honeypotted by McToon showing he doesn't care about his information sources as long as they agree. Well, these are some comments that I haven't seen before. Man, oh, some these guys get right into it. Look at them going back and forth. You go look for yourself. I ain't reading that shit. Anyway, here's one cool part. One cool comment. Dude says, just like I said in Whip 160 with Dave, told him to watch the Pharmacratic Inquisition. Boom! Somebody comments, Dave, watch Doco, Pharmacratic Inquisition. It's an odd one, but a good one. Thank you, brother. Thank you for sharing. We live in a Jesuit theater. Yeah, this one was fun. I've laughed my ass off. I stopped joking in chat rooms. Deadpan is impossible. That's funny. Let me go back to my page, see if anybody's in the chat. Nobody's in the chat. You've come on, but you're so into it. What I'm doing. Anyway, what's this? What's this one? You ever heard of the Maseroth? Yes. I love this guest. Are you talking about me or Dave? I don't know. Thanks for having Dave on your program. I think the greatest lie on earth is the earth. Uh, what's next here? Well, there's a whole bunch of other stuff that I haven't seen. A whole bunch of other stuff. What are you smoking weed and drinking beer? Shh. Oh, this was one of my favorite. Forgive me my sins. That's their thing, their handle. I will never listen to any of your stuff again. Grow up, bud, and put away childish things. Luckily, somebody comes into my defense with a big laugh. Triggered much? It's okay to open your mind without losing control of your emotions. That's pretty sweet. It's okay to disagree with things. I'd argue if there isn't anything you disagree with, then you listen to a conversation long enough, you aren't actually analyzing what is being said. Just be careful when you get upset with things. The brain, all right, that dude. I don't know if I want to have beers with him. You tell him, don't let anyone take away your love for round trip NASA ticket fetish. Put your mask on and continue your booster, angry one. That's funny. Um, oh, this is good. Jesus is the savior of mankind and it has nothing to do with the mushroom. This is silly Gnosticism. Jesus is real and coming real soon. I suggest taking it serious. You can do the similarities game with anything. You are all just adding to Jesus, adding myths, etc. And then in all caps, a whole bunch of shit, just as long as I just read. And somebody replies, relax. Jesus wants you too. God bless. Humanity has been deceived. Screaming religious dogma, typical Christian judgment bore off. Different Christian confusion. I'd say I'm not trying to. I don't want to judge. I get it. Well, people hear this shit and go, "What? What the hell are you talking about?" I get it. I said the same thing. So I'm trying. I try not to judge. Judge. Speaking of judge, I tell you, I do the song "Cocaine Blues" with the New Creatures and the Lords. A lot of people associate, by the way, this song uh, with Johnny Cash because he did it at the prison. But the song is actually from the 20s. I think it's 1924. Look up "Cocaine Blues." Look up the origin of that song, and you'll be like, "What? I thought it was Johnny Cash." No, not saying he stole it. I'm just saying uh, it's not. It's not as well known how old that song is, which means I think you can use it. That means it should be free, right? You can use "Cocaine Blues" as a free song anytime you want, right? Isn't there a certain time when it goes to? Dude, it's in a band. Can't say the damn words. Um, what is it called when the music goes to? um, where you can use it. It's not copywritten anymore. Isn't that after 100 years or something? I don't know. It's something. It's kind of like the 15-year car loan and the 50-year house loan. I don't know what that means. That just popped into my head talking about that stupid shit and the retardation of the actualities of those things. 15 and 50. Most people, whatever. Another thing that that was, there's some other comments that the page that I was on there reading those comments, it didn't show everything because I remember there was one I went back and forth with some people about Jesus and like saying, wait, I'm not. They were thinking I was denying Jesus. I'm like, I'm not denying Jesus. Denying. I'm not denying anything. I'm denying the globe. Uh, I'm just saying there's a code there, and it makes sense with all those combinations to where they're talking about this piece of the earth because everything is one anyway. And there were a bunch of Jesuses, and there was quote unquote gods, just like Jesus before Jesus, with the same attributes, with the sun and the mushroom thing. So it just keeps going. It's a mushroom cult, and that's one of the reasons. Who was I talking? I was talking to a nurse yesterday or the day before. This is the day before. I'm talking to a nurse about this stuff, and and I mentioned the whole thing that I've said before on Whips previous about how the coming of age ceremonies, the Sweet 16, Quinceañera, the Jewish one, whatever that's bar mitzvah, and the other one, the male and female, they're all based in the ancestral ceremony of tripping with the elders. It wasn't about gifts and fucking money. I wonder who made it into that, inverted the fucker. I don't know. Luckily, we have the internet to look it up. Who inverts everything? Who makes everything about money? I think there's a few jokes out there, but that's what it really was. That's what you would do. You would trip with the elders to become uh, an a man or a woman, and that's one reason why you watch documentaries or whatever where people go into indigenous um, communities, and you see that. Just the look in their eyes. Yeah, oh, this. How old is this man right over here, or this lady here? They're in their words. Somehow they figure out 20-ish. Okay, that's what they look. They're like 20 years old, and they're just a wisdom in the eyes. You can see it. Look for yourself. Compared to folks that don't go through that and are still swimming, going, What the fuck is going on?" And then almost everybody that takes a break and looks takes like, whoa, wait. Sometimes it happens out of the blue and then they didn't mean it, but other ones that stop and go, like, why they have clinics and all these things for tripping to help depression, PTSD, drug addiction, all that stuff. That's why they're growing, because people have, "Oh, wait a minute, this shit helps." And the thing about when they talk about drug, they make it just because it is a drug. Psilocybin and DMT are considered drugs because they alter the consciousness. But because they're in that category, oh, that means they're like heroin. Oh, you freak out. They're gonna get addicted. Nobody really gets addicted to tripping because, well, you can if you're when you're uneducated, which sounds like somebody doing it without the elders. So, but when you do it right, you respect it, and you do it everything, and everybody that does it that way will tell you it's a spiritual experience and one of the greatest experiences in their lives, in the top 5 usually. Usually it's in the top 2. Usually it's right under the birth of a child, like me. Go ahead, try it for yourself. Anyway, Still nothing in the chat. Makes me think I'm not even fucking live. Only 30 minutes? Really? Oh, I started late. That's why. Because I looked up first. I saw the fucking time. Almost 8 o'clock. I thought oh, that's right. I started a little late. And this is what it's like. The other reason I think I've told you before. Why do you do the whip? What's the point? This is my therapy. Do you really need a fucking therapist getting paid retarded amount of money to just go "Hmm," and let you spiel? Well, time's up. It's basically all it is. Bunch of horse shit. Everybody knows that now. Oh, and where was that? Where was that started? Where was psychiatry? The psychiatry that we know of today. Where was that started? Who started that? Oh, was it those banker fuck? Oh, shh. Hey, did he ever tell you? Uh, I saw this thing on Twitter. Excuse me. By the way, I'm sorry. I really didn't want to do that. It's kind of I don't like it watching people do that. I don't know why I did it. I'm gonna give myself some lashings later. I just wanted some more lashings. Anyway, that threw me, and now I don't even know what the hell I was saying. Hmm. Must be a whip. Um, the Jesus stuff. That one of the things I realized with some folks going back and forth talking about the Lord, like I was denying the Lord, this stuff, and I realized on one of the comments, I went, "Oh," and I commented it to one of them. I forgot to tell Dave that I'm actually in a band called the Lords, so I'm actually a Lord. I am a Lord. I always forget that part. It's a Doors tribute band called the Lords, and the Lords comes from Jim's book, The Lords and the New Creatures, named by Steve, the drummer, because he's a poet as well. And that's why my other band, The New Creatures, is called The New Creatures, because it's a take on I'm in the Lords and the New Creatures. I win. So there. I tell you, we're playing the Zero Bar and Grill July 17th. Just got that date, so I threw it out. That popped in my head. Where was I? Oh, I realized, shit, yeah, I forgot to tell Dave with all that Jesus talk and church and God and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm actually a Lord, bro. I forgot to make that joke. And one of the other things that I forgot to ask him, and it was on my notes, kind of like these notes. Oops, did that too fast. Quick. Oop. There's your screenshot. I wanted to start a thing where always asking the forever young question, which is meaning wow, it's funny. I write really well, but I talk really shit. Oh, the GATE program. That was the other thing I wanted to write down and talk about that. Hope I'll remember. Um, uh, the Forever Young question. The movie Forever Young with Mel Gibson and Elijah Wood, Jamie Lee Curtis, uh, and a bunch of other folks. George Wendt, fucking Norm from Cheers is in the movie. There's a part in the movie, and I've mentioned this on other whips. There's a part in the movie where in the treehouse, Elijah asks uh, Elijah's Elijah's character. I can't remember the names of the characters right now. It's been a while. Asks Mel Gibson's character because he knows he's a pilot to show him how to fly. With the sticks and the stuff they have in the treehouse, just bullshit. And finally Mel does, and he's like, "Okay, do this," and he's doing it, and there's a moment, like a few moments where Elijah Wood's character is like, you can see, he's like, "Oh my god," it was real to him. And that when I first saw that movie, and I saw that scene, it brought me back to when I was probably 7 or 8, and I used to have this used to in my house when I lived in Virginia, in the backyard, there was this tree, and I had a ladder, swing ladder, that I had done on one of the branches. And me and friends had pulled a bunch of plywood and stuff from some stuff that was construction that was going on. This is in the late 70s. It was going on around, and we'd grab stuff that was just laying around when nobody could see. And I had this pile of stuff, and I would sort of make a fort with the tree as the base, using the actual tree, and then set all this plywood. And we had this one set up to where it was almost like a ship, where it was like a little box, little tiny little thing on the ground, and a little slot like this, like it was a windshield screen, whatever, very tiny. You could see it. It was like basically looking right at the back of my house, and we had these things, uh, kind of made it, all the junk, stupid shit made it look like it was kind of like the cockpit of a ship. And we were all Star Wars fans, so it was our Millennium Falcon. And there was one day, I don't know if it's maybe because I was hanging out with my dad in the basement while he was um, doing his electronic stuff, doing his soldering and shit, and listening to music and smoking a bunch of weed while I was down there running around. And I maybe got a contact high. I don't know. I don't think so, but very possible, because that was how I got high for the first time on accident. But what I'm saying is, and it was during the day, of course. I mean, it was light out. It was during the day, because that's otherwise I probably wouldn't have been in the backyard all by myself. But I was in there, the tree, my tree, the tree. And I'm in there, and then I'm just whatever, just by myself, and just pretending. And there was like 5, 6, 7 seconds, like a deja vu type thing. During I'm like, whoa, whoa, shit. That was kind of real for a minute. Thought almost like I was piloting the fucking Millennium Falcon for like 5, 6 seconds. And then see Forever Young. I'm like, wait, I know that. It brought me back. It was like the Andrew Dice Clay joke. Man, I don't even know why I'm. What was it? Man, I've been spanking it since I'm 5. I don't even know why I was doing it. I just knew it had to get done. Then when I hit 13, a little goo came out. I thought I broke the fucking thing. That joke always killed me, because immediately the first time I heard it in 88, 89, whatever it was, 87, I went, that was me. And then I asked my friends, yeah, 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 that was me too. Thought I broke it. Anyway, Forever Young, when I see that movie in 1992, 3, whatever it was that came out, 91, I don't know, it was the early 90s. I see that scene, I'm like, that was me. Same kind of deal. And then through the years, I've asked people, uh, when it's, when I've thought about it, like, hey, you ever had one of those moments where, you're like doing your thing, like playing as your kid, and, doing your thing, like your favorite shit from a movie or a TV show. And there was like a 5, 6, 7 seconds of like, wow, that was real. You ever had that? And I've had a whole bunch of people that say, yeah. So I meant to ask that to Dave. So at the same time, it would throw it out to everybody else that was listening, and has gotten a pretty good response. I think it's how funny come back. I wanted to come back big. I came back pretty big. Where I think that Whip 160 has definitely got the most um, engagement of any whip. I didn't. I just threw it together real quick. Nice job, Wayne. It did help with Dave putting it on, putting the version on, putting the mirror version on his YouTube page, because he's obviously way more popular than this smallest click on the internet, which is fine. I don't fucking care, really. Just want people to wake the fuck up. Has the revolution started yet? I keep asking that. But to you, that was, oh yeah, that was the thing. I was hoping that the chat would turn into, oh yeah, that happened to me here with this, and the Forever Young moment. So I got to that. I got to the comments. I got to that. Haven't done my Twitter scroll yet. Oh, here's a funny story. Some of the stuff. So yeah, it's been almost a couple of years. A little catch up. What have we done? One of my favorite things that's happened. A great finish to the year of last year. A great finish to 2025. Well, a Christmas present for me. One of my Christmas gifts was finding out that my daughter got more money of a Christmas bonus than I did. I felt like it was in the fucking National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It's like, what? 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 And want to go on a fucking giant rant like Clark Griswold did at the end of the month, at the end of that movie, going, "I need a Tylenol. Where's the no? I think it's where's the Tylenol." That was funny. How's that for catch up? That's 54, 24 makes more money. It's all real, folks. Man, I'd like to know if I'm just spewing to myself. This can't be right. Can't be right. Um, I gotta take a look at myself on the other page. Coming through here. Still coming through. It's funny though. Because I'm streaming. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's a little slow. Anyway, we did that. Oh, my friend Karen. She owns a little place called the Grand Central Wine Bar. Her and her husband own this place. Flash, guy who plays keyboards in the Lords and the New Creatures. He is another Ray Manzarek. Pops. He plays there a lot because there's a piano in there, and I go in when he plays, do a few songs with him, and his son Damien plays saxophone. Well, there's a thing from 2 years ago. 2 years ago, it's me and Flash and Damien. And yesterday, or was it today? I don't know. Karen reposts that saying that, oh, the girls, something about some girls that come in and sing with their. I'm like, what? Everybody's like, what are you talking about? Where are the girls? Anyway, and she fixed it. It was kind of funny. Some of the music been doing. Oh yeah, if you look, I've told you before. You go to back to past whips, talking about Karen was stepped in and sat in and did a few songs with the Lords a couple years ago at a Lenny show. Man, it was great too because of course she comes up to do some songs, and I give her my microphone. I come back, grab my microphone. Whoa, wow, there's a lady all over this microphone. Smells like a lady. That was nice. Doesn't happen very often. What else? Oh, did I tell you Jesus was a mushroom? Anyway, well, not was this what? Yeah, however you say it. You can say it however you fucking want, but come on. The code is all over the place, and I'm tired of proving it. It's getting really boring, isn't it? It's getting really boring. Do your homework. Just look it up. Well, like Dave talking to Dave about ibogaine and the whole thing. Ibogaine and ayahuasca. Just look up folks' um, testimonials of doing ibogaine or ayahuasca, and I don't know how you can't tell me that. Well, that reminds me of Christmas Carol. Christmas, the mushroom. It all goes right back to there. All of our favorite stories, besides obviously Wizard of Oz and Little Red Riding Hood. Come on. I wonder who it was that was chasing it. Now I equate because somebody did this one. This one was recent where somebody tweeted picture of Gargamel from the Smurfs. and they were talking, taking shots, going, "Oh man, this reminded me of a certain sect." We'll just use a letter J, and then I went, "Yeah, that's right. I've used that one before." Because I've talked about the Smurfs, because the Smurfs do. They when I trip on a heroic dose of mushrooms, I end up with little Smurfs, leprechauns, whatever you want to call it, Oompa Loompas, uh, the little people from Wizard of Oz. The what are they called? I forget. Not midgets. Is that a bad word? I don't care. Um, you know what I'm looking at. I'm not doing it to be nasty. It's just a word to figure the whatever. For me, when I do a heroic dose of magic mushrooms, which is not an addiction, I can't even tell you the last time I did a heroic dose. It's been over a year or no, something like that. Anyway, I end up with the leprechaun on or the Smurfs on my shoulders, and I can hear them giggling, and not giggling like it's nice, it's sweet because I'm doing it correctly. So they're just there to be friends, blah blah. And when I do this and turn my head, all of a sudden it's gone. I hear it over here. Rainbow. You know, gold. The gold is there. You're just never going to grab it. You already have it. Is the point? They're already on your shoulders. And you can take, like some people say, oh, you want use the drug thing, use the psychedelic thing. Oh, it invites demons in. Only if you want. Kind of like with ibogaine. When I did ibogaine, which I couldn't do the flood dose, the heroic dose, because it lowered my blood pressure too much. What's funny about that is that um, Claire does this thing where she makes a pact where if you do the flood dose, when you do, there's going to be a certain part where some things are going to be there and they take you to the wrong place. Don't go there. Pact. I didn't have to do that because an hour later after the test dose, oh, you can't do it. Lowers your blood pressure. Oh, fuck, can't even go meet them. Can't even get that. But what it made me realize is that uh, with that tweet with the Gargamel thing going, oh yeah, it's the mushroom people. He's the enemy. The J is the enemy of the mushroom people. Do that with, do that, do what you will with that is what I want to say. And what's the J's cat's name? There's a certain place. It's just his cat is with an A instead of an I for a certain place in the Middle East. It gets a lot of our money. I don't know. Do that. I did want to say it kind of like Yoda. Do that what do that with what you will. No. Do what you will with that is the linear obvious one. Do that with it's like right on the tip of my tongue, but I can't say it. It's kind of like when you're trying to sing a song and you forget the lyrics. Do that with do with that what you will. Do that with what I'm getting something backwards. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Point being, if that bald thing with a nose, a big nose, with a cat named Azrael is the enemy of the mushroom people, our answers were there when I was a kid in the 80s when the Smurfs were huge. They just throwing it right in your fucking face. It's called like Flat Earth Dave calls it the revelation of the method. They have to tell you. They have to basically get your will to come with them. Um so they actually have to let you know certain things. That's why you see stuff that has popped up in, The Simpsons with real events and a whole bunch of things with real events. It's called revelation of the method. The show V from the 80s, Revelation of the Method. Um, there's so many examples, and my buzz is keeping me from thinking of them at the moment because I'm obviously at the same time I'm like, hey, am I really live? Are there really anybody there? Are there really anybody? Dude, I'm trying real hard. One of the other things bother me, and I'm not making excuses, but damn it, the other day in the shower, I ended up getting water in my ear, and to this fuck, I can't get it out. I can't get it out. I'm still hearing the anytime my jaw pops just a little bit, I'm hearing that fucking water. I've hopped. I've done the hop. I've done the hop. I've usually this is my side to sleep on, but I've been sleeping on this side to just hope it'll run out during a nap during the night. Get the fuck out. Anybody else? No? Okay. So what? Yeah, it's so annoying. Jesus Christ. 3 days of this so far. It never happens in the shower. It always happens when I go swimming. I haven't gone swimming in years. In years. When was the last time I was in a pool? I don't know. Who gives a fuck? Anyway, I tell you Jesus was a mushroom? um, oh, let's go ahead and fit. How much time we got now? Oh, I only wanted to do an hour, and I'm tired of being alone. All right, I got about 10 minutes left. I keep saying stuff about, has the revolution started yet? No? Shit. I want it to start 'cause every second of every day, every fucking second, it should have started already. It's part of the thing with vaccine, the clot shot, but you know what I'm saying, right? You know that thing from a few years ago that you had to get stuck with? It's damaged people not only in the heart, but here too. Heart, brain. Oh, we're back to the tripping. So some people are, I don't, that's one of the reasons why some of them can't see it. But I think that's part of what has kept the revolution from starting is the poisoning, because it's so much, and that's one of the other reasons why I bring up that Jesus was a mushroom, because it's about clearing off your third eye, your pineal gland, which is the point. That's the real eye. The real eye of Jesus is right here. But they've inverted and taken the eye and put it on the fake dollar. Who's the first? But what did Jesus do at the fucking temple? Christianity, usury, interest is a sin. But do we do that? No. So what do we know? So anybody that says they're a Christian that's good, that's okay with banking, they're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. Not you gotta notice the liars. How do you notice the liars? People that push things that are the absolute inversion of the actual truth of what you're supposedly pushing. And that's one of the things. That's the other. That's one of the things that's pushed. That's one of the things that they've used to help push people away from Jesus, from the real church. I'm not talking about. I'm not a fucking church guy because that was infiltrated many years ago by, the bald guy with the big nose. That's one of the things that they use is the money thing. That's what's hilarious. What has kept a lot of people from being like me, a lot of goyim, from driven them away from the church and driven them away from Jesus slash God slash blah blah, using all those fucking church pieces of shit who are multi-millionaires. It's all bullshit. Yeah, they're keeping it away. That's one of the things that they use, because those fucking people are not real Christians. You're not a if you're if you have a lot of money, you're not a real Christian. If you have a lot of money in the right way to where it's like, I'm here, this is here to help other people, but I ain't no fucking spender, blah blah. Whatever, you got it hidden away and you're not like, to help when something is gonna happen. Okay, I'm on your side there. But overall, no, you're not. It's bullshit. It's like it's like you're not paying attention to the book. And when some fucking douchebag like me, who is not a church guy, has to come and fucking say it, of course, I'm gonna look crazy. But at the same time, as usual, I'm right. Oh, that reminds me of the gate thing, the gate program. Thank you, Tim, for sending me that thing earlier today, because uh, that was a trip. I'm gonna save gate, save for next, because I only got 5 minutes left, and that's a big one. Look into the gate program. The reason I say that is because when you do, you'll find out that, oh, there's a bunch of kids way back in the day that seemed really bright, and they took them all like, oh, we're gonna try to amplify your brightness, and what they did really was, they, fucking the whole thing with the when you read into the thing with the calcified fluoride, doing all these tests, the hearing test, the sight test, fucking little cups of fluoride. Yeah, what they were trying to do, they were trying to take the ones that were really bright, that the vaccine, their small vaccines in the 70s didn't work on so well. And oh, they can see shit. Oh, let's dumb them down a bit. They tried, didn't work, because now we have the whip. But we do what we can. Uh, but yeah, look into the GATE program. And one of the cool things, you'll start to maybe it'll kind of remind you of Stranger Things, if you were a Stranger Things fan. I wasn't, but I was the first season, because that first season was like, holy shit, that was my childhood. That was my, and I've got pictures. I think I've shown them on other whips, to where I've got pictures. Same thing with my buddy Tim, um, who I just mentioned, the whole gate thing. Is actually one of the pictures. He's in one of them, and his mom is in one of them. What was my point? Oh, there's one picture where, with the hat and everything, it's like, what? That looks like a shot from Stranger Things. And I, with the hat that I'm wearing, with the colors, it looks like Dustin's hat from Stranger Things. Even though I wasn't like Dustin. Um, but then the funny thing about that is, I helped raise a child named Dustin, and one of the dude that's become pretty, he's very cool. He's a fan of the Lords and the New Creatures, and he's a good bud, good dude. His name is Dustin. So, like, that you start to notice all this shit, and all these connections. I know it's mild, it's weird, like, oh, the name. I get it, I know, but when you have on when there's so much of that shit that happens, you start to go, what the fuck is going on here? You're living in a goddamn movie. Stop watching movies right now. Back to what I was saying, and that person that wanted to, new shows like that. Let's just stop the creative bullshit. The what do they call it? The bread and circus. Stop with the bread and circus before they wipe us out and turn it into a civil war. It needs to be a revolution. And then after that revolution, imagine the fucking renaissance, the fucking stories, the artwork that'll come out after we revolt to this, on this giant pile of shit they keep shoving down our throats, with these fucking scum, absolute fucking scum fucks. And and when I say that, some people will go, "Oh, well, he's saying this now because of whoever's in the fucking office right now, so he must be on the left." But no, I fucking hate them all. There's only been one decent president since I've been alive, and that was only the first little bit when I was alive. And the reason they booted that guy was because he was calling out the Gargamels. Finally realized, I finally remembered the goddamn name of that character from the Smurfs. He was pointing out the Gargamels. That's why they got rid of that guy back in the early 70s. Gate. Oh, speaking of gate, Watergate. A bunch of horse shit to get rid of the guy who was trying to get rid. I'm not saying he was all good. I'm not saying I'm a crook. He was a crook. But he was pointing out the right. Would you rather have Michael Corleone, or would you rather have um 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 from Godfather 2, the acting teacher? Jesus. This is the business that we've chosen. Lee Strasberg, Hyman Roth. Would you rather have Michael Corleone or Hyman Roth? Ah, I think that answers my question. What? I think that answers my question. Man, it's a trip trying to. You ever done this? You ever gone online to the absolute full on internet going, hey, I'm just going to sit here and bullshit all by myself, not get anything in the fucking chat to go from, which I was kind of hoping for. Doesn't matter. The proof is, if that you can do this, is to be able to just run your fucking hole in a mostly coherent way, without any phone calls or chat. It's always been the point anyway. But I just assumed from all the attention from that flat Earth Dave thing that I'd be, oh, whoa, all of a sudden, look at all, I can't even keep up. I was expecting to not be able to keep up with the chat. Meanwhile, I got nothing. That's funny. That's the ultimate joke. But one day, you're going to see that I won. And when I say I won, I mean we won because we're all Neo, aka one. Um, what was the other thing I say? We're all Neo, aka one. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. If you rewatch the Matrix, remember you're not looking, not waiting for Neo. I'm trying to tell you, you're Neo. You're the one. You're the main character in the movie that you're living. But at the same time, when you're looking out, the best way to be a Neo, the way to uh, uh, get it, one of the ways to get it. I don't know. I'm just part of this. What I know is to remember, like Alan Watts said, remember that you're always to remember that we're all one. Remember that you're always looking in the mirror. Everything is you. When you look in the regular mirror, like I'm looking at this fucking stupid screen, looking at this douchebag. Yeah, there's a mirror there. Yeah, that's Wayne. Is Wayne us. But in the real world, you're actually looking in the mirror. Whenever you open your eyes, even if you're blind, it's in your ears. Everything that you hear, it's all you. That's one of the reasons why you don't judge it. That's you. You've done that. That. Listen to the Jesus guy. Ah, praise. I'm gonna start reading the Bible. That was one thing I was thinking. Yeah, maybe I should start reading some of the Bible. Just from the thing, and see what they said and start pointing out. I see mushroom stuff. There's a mushroom thing there. There's a mushroom thing there. See where it means mushroom. Blah, blah, blah. I should do that. I should try. I don't know. But right now, what I got to do is go pee and then somehow uh, try some more singing. Um, get ready for the next show because it's all the show. You know that, right? It's a fucking show. And that's one of the things that psychedelics show you. It's a show, and that's one of the reasons why you'll chill out more a little bit and go, "Wait, what the fuck?" And it'll keep you from doing stuff. It'll help to keep you from doing stuff that poisons you. Maybe not beer and cigarettes like me, but the other stuff, and it'll make you see things the correct way. What did I say before? We're all Neo, aka one. Daddy loves you. There was another thing besides "see you, buddy." I always forget it. Not always. I'm forgetting it right now, but it doesn't really matter. But like I said before, see ya, buddy. End.